The Cavaliers had barely caught their breath before the Knicks exposed them. So let's ask the question directly. Does any of that make Jalen Brown feel vindicated?
Gated. Tu? I am shocked that you are so confident. Look, you deserve to gloat. You got the right to gloat right now. But you
Well, listen, I don't want to overreact, but this was probably one of the most important moments of Donovan Mitchell's career to this point. He had not played well in games 5 and 6. He had only had 8 total assists over the previous 3 games in this series, and you can tell he came out in this game looking to create. He had 3 assists on the first 4 possessions of the game, Greeny, playing through the big men. By the end of the game, he had 8 assists, and they were 8 of 8 off of his passes. He had 26 points. It was an excellent scoring game for him, but Donovan Mitchell set the tone as a playmaker in this game, and was able to crack the Detroit defense.
It reminds me of that line from Ace Ventura. I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear. I'm telling you guys, I watched Donovan Mitchell since he was a freshman at Louisville when he was more of a slasher. Watching him be aggressive and get his other teammates involved in the game set the tone for this team defensively. So I'm happy to see him get over the hump. Secondly, I have to say this. You might not see it in the box score from James Harden, but he was plus 31 last night. He was tied for first with plus 31. That is the reason why you got him in that Darius Garland trade. Defensively, he was able to switch. He was able to body up a lot of the bigs. And I think he still was a playmaker. And the duality of the playmaking between Donovan Mitchell and James Harden made this team offensively more diverse.
So for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The Cavaliers are elated, and they're on their way here to New York. But here's what we have now. We got 4 teams left. Let's take a look at where we stand at DraftKings Sportsbook. The New York Knicks and Cleveland Cavaliers, this is 820. The Knicks are minus 265 to win this series. As you can see, it's by a slim margin, but it is an actually greater favorite than OKC is to beat San Antonio. They're minus 260. The Knicks are minus 265 to beat the Cavaliers. That series opens tomorrow night at the Garden. You are my Knicks expert. Talk to me about that matchup. Knicks Cavaliers, what did we see this season, and what do we expect starting tomorrow night?
Well, the Knicks led the series 2-1 this season. Now, the matchup in February was sort of a turning point, if you will, for the Knicks season. It prompted some team meetings and all that good stuff. But I think the thing, Greeny, that's sneaky when you look at this one is I don't think these teams has faced this current version either way. Whether you talk about James Harden and Max Strus on the Cleveland side of the house, or the offense that the Knicks are currently running. And so I think it's going to look a little different than what we saw during the regular season. I will say this. Immediately, I think about Karl Anthony Towns as a hub and likely drawing Evan Mobley out of the paint, assuming that he'll have that assignment. The Knicks' sort of wrinkle in this is that they can go double bigs to match up with Cleveland and put Robinson and Towns on the floor. And of those 4 guys, Robinson has been the most physical when I think about bigs that make an impact on the game.
First blush, Knicks and Cavs. Wendy, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I agree with Monica. The regular season is irrelevant. I don't care about it. They only played 1 game with Harden, and the way the Knicks are playing offense, completely different style. The Cavs will have almost no time to prepare for it. In this series against Detroit, the Cavs put Evan Mobley on Asar Thompson. He never left the paint. He let Asar Thompson go wherever he wanted on offense. He stayed as a rim protector. That won't be the case if they put him on Karl Towns. He will have to go out there and defend Towns at the high post. The other thing is, couple of years ago, 3 years ago, these teams played in the playoffs, and Mitchell Robinson absolutely annihilated. Jared Allen made a reference after this, sort of infamous in Cleveland, that he thought the lights were too bright for him. Robinson crushed him, physicality around the rim. Jared Allen has come back and completely changed the reputation around him in the playoffs. He has had 2 brilliant Game 7s for the Cavs in this postseason, including a playoff career high 23 yesterday. This will often also come down to how the Allen-Robinson matchup unfolds.
I'm going to go Knicks in 5. And I know that may sound absurd to say, but when you think
I don't think it sounds absurd.
When you think about the way Cavs had the matchup against Detroit, you saw everything load up towards Cade Cunningham all the time. They tried to move Cade Cunningham off the ball a little bit and actually worked a little bit to their favor. Now going against this iteration of this Knicks team, when Karl Anthony Towns can spread Evan Mobley out, James Harden and Donovan Mitchell guarding off the ball is very different than them guarding on the ball. Don't forget, James Harden was brought there in exchange for Darius Garland to defend against bigger guards on the ball. Off the ball, sometimes they get caught asleep, and that duality of moving without the ball is where the Knicks have a huge advantage.
I think it's important to point out about 4 or 5 months ago, James Dolan went on the radio on January 6th and said, we have to make it to the NBA Finals this year. A month later, the Cleveland Cavaliers trade for James Harden, an all-in move. So you have these 2 teams that have had a desperate mandate, either by action or by, verbal declaration from owner that you have to at least get here. So in essence, these are the two teams that should be in the Eastern Conference Finals.
They couldn't have gotten here more different ways.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers had to get there scratching and clawing through a Game 7, and the Knicks have been sitting since last Sunday.
Similarly to what we saw last round, though, Greeny, the schedule does no one any favors in this one either. And the Knicks are a team that obviously have had an abundance of time to scout, rest, add another layer, if you will, to that offense. So we'll see what the Cavs look like rolling into the guard.
And I was reading in the notes yesterday, OG Anunoby is practicing fully, right? That's obviously the most important benefit they get from this rest.
He's going to be huge. Like, I already imagine they will deploy Bridges and Anunoby between Mitchell and Harden, at least for that initial assignment.
And Green, you know that the Cavs are the only team in the NBA that are in the second apron right now, so they are all in as well.
Relied on Cade too much.
Yeah, they don't got nobody else.
Showed.
They can't nobody else score.
He didn't score. They got smoked.
That nigga still human, bro. That's why I was saying, like, at some point, he gonna have to be a human, bro. He can't go out and get 40 every night. You see when James having a fucked up game, Donovan come save the day. Like,
Cause he
niggas have off nights, bro.
He was trying. Cause he was getting 40s.
Yeah, and you know they quality players. They're not really technically others, but the others for Cleveland showed up. You had Sam Merrill give you big games. You had Max Strus give you big games. Detroit had sometimes like Dennis Jenkins give him a couple, but it was heavily relied upon.
Jenkins give you 17. That's supposed to be a plus. That's a Sam Merrill 17. Bro.
He give us 17, we should win.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when he started the game, hit both those shots, I was like, yeah, if he the only one getting going, it's gonna be a long night.
He the only one can get to the basket.
Yes.
Nobody else can get to the basket besides Cade. Nobody else can make a play. Like, Tobias Harris is a catch and shoot guy, post player, getting that mid range and score a bucket. Everybody else, they can't create anything. Like, Duncan Robinson cannot create a damn thing.
Yeah.
And the Thompson twins shoot so bad that even what he could do, that he's good at attacking the rim and getting downhill, he can't because they're literally sitting in the paint waiting for him to be there.
Yeah.
So all his shots is wide open. If he can get to a 35% three-point shooter where he can make 2 a game and you gotta kind of guard him a little bit, bro, he'd be cold. He's just too athletic. He'd be cold. But I think Detroit fucked up when they stopped playing Wu because he bring a defensive intensity, but he can also make a shot.
Yeah.
They stopped playing him. They didn't give Ron Holland a chance.
Yeah.
Who's another guy who plays hard, defense and intensity. Possibly make a shot.
Yeah, he can get to the rim too.
Yeah, you know
That's
what I mean?
a fact.
Definitely get to the rim.
He definitely
To
gets
your
the
point,
rim.
him and Wu can get to the rim.
They could get to the rim. They could do a couple of things. They might hit a 3. They just didn't give him a chance, and I think that was just like a bad play going down the stretch. Well said. Well, Detroit had a hell of a year, man. A lot of people thought they overachieved. Number 1 in the East, took a leap from last year, second round exit.
Good job, Kate.
Shout out to Detroit, man. I know things ended pretty bad, but y'all had a hell of a season. Nothing to be upset about. Very interested to see what they do in the offseason. But going forward now, we got the Eastern Conference Finals, Cavs and Knicks. We'll talk about it a little bit more tomorrow. But how y'all feeling right now, man? Can the Cavs beat the Knicks? Is it a possibility? Strong possibility or low possibility?
That's a possibility.
Okay.
The Knicks obviously got the better team to me. They got the upper hand, but I feel like if Donovan Mitchell do what he's supposed to do, he can make it at least a 6, bro.
They need what's your boy? Schroeder. They need Schroeder this series bad.
I like that.
They need him bad, bro.
They don't got nobody that can guard Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
This shit over with. And I want James Harden to get to the finals. Definitely. But ain't nobody on that team guard Jalen Brunson. They don't have nobody.
Think they'll play Keon Ellis?
Man, it don't matter. They can go get Perry Ellis. It don't matter who the hell.
Damn, shout out to Perry Ellis.
Shit, Dale Ellis. This shit over. They ain't got nobody to guard him. Nobody. Donovan Mitchell can't guard him. They gonna put Matt Strus on him. No way. Christmas. They gonna put Dean Wade. No way.
Yeah, because they got bodies to throw at Donovan.
It's a different. Yeah, that's what I'm scared about
That's
too.
a difference. I don't know, bro. I think it'll be a 6-game series.
Jalen Brunson a different animal than Cade Cunningham because he got other weapons. Like when he get in that pick and roll with Cat, he can pass it back to Cat. Cat gonna hit a 3
for sure.
Mitchell gonna roll for the lob. Like they got different threats, and that motherfucker is ran to perfection for him. Like it's.